Depending on when this review actually gets released, I'm actually kind of late. Well, if I release it the day after I film this, then it'll be like only a few days. But if I end up not releasing it until next week, then it'll be a week since I saw this movie. But stuff has been busy, and there's something I want to announce at the end of this video, if I haven't already announced it by the time that it comes out. But stay tuned. The Peanut Butter Falcon is written and directed by Tim Nilsson and Michael Schwartz, and stars Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, and Zach Gottsagen. The Peanut Butter Falcon tells the story of Zach, a man with Down syndrome who escapes his nursing home to pursue his dream of wrestling. Along the way, he meets Tyler, played by Shia LaBeouf, who agrees to take him to the wrestling school that's in Florida. And along the way, they have a lot of people chasing them down, including Dakota Johnson, who plays Eleanor. So, of course, the premise of this movie was interesting, but I think what really drew me in was seeing Shia LaBeouf on the big screen again, because I definitely am a fan of his work, from Even Stevens on television to Transformers, and then to that Just Do It viral video. Like, anything he does, I'm down for. But I thought this movie would also offer an interesting perspective for people with disabilities, and I think it's great that they're getting more representation in movies, especially now in 2019. And so I definitely wanted to go out and support those actors and those people that are bringing those stories forward. The Peanut Butter Falcon, I think, was a great time, offered great performances, beautiful cinematography, a very simple story, but I think it has a lot to say. So let's get into it. So what worked? First and foremost, the performances were great across the board. Shia LaBeouf and Zach Gottsagen really held this movie together. It's centered around them, but I think it also did a great job of carrying a lot of the emotional weight of the movie. We see the building of their relationship as friends, as partners, that they work together to try and get to this wrestling school and to help Zach live his dream. I also like how this movie talked about people with disabilities. And through Zach, who is the character with Down syndrome, I believe that they really nailed it with him, because throughout the movie you see people who either are really rude to him and treat him terribly, or they are trying to help him, but the way they're going about it may not be the best. And this dynamic between these two sides, I think, really helps nail the message of this movie, that people with disabilities can achieve whatever they want, that they are able to do things that everybody else can. And it's a very, very inspirational message, and it's a very timely message. Another thing I liked about this movie was the look of it. The colors and the scenery were just beautiful. A lot of scenes on the water, because they do travel by boat, and they're near kind of like a swampy area. But also just the color grade I thought was really nice. It's like sort of muted colors, but they still were very vibrant. This movie also brings a lot of comedy, which we get from Zach and Tyler's interactions, but also their interactions with other people, including Eleanor, because for her it's kind of weird to see Zach in this environment outside of the home doing things that she didn't expect him to do. So I think there's a lot of comedy there, but also a lot of heart. By the end of this movie, you really care for these characters. You understand their relationships. You understand where they came from, not like physically, but what kind of things they went through that affected them as people and made them who they are now. So you really care for these characters. You're really rooting for them. What didn't work? There's not a lot that didn't work for me in this movie, really, or anything at all. I think there's one thing that happens towards the end, and I don't want to talk about it because that would be a spoiler, but anything else that I would think of would just be a nitpick. So I would say this movie was pretty solid. The verdict. The Peanut Butter Falcon, I think, is a solid movie. It's refreshing to see a very simple story that doesn't have a lot of big action, big set pieces, big CGI. You know, it's just a very simple film, very straightforward, but I think it has a very, very great message about working with people with disabilities, and I think there's a lot of great performances, beautiful cinematography. So if you could still catch this in theaters, definitely go see it, because I think by the time that I release this review, it may not be in theaters. It depends where you are. Some theaters might have it longer, so definitely look it up if you can. And then if not, then I would say wait for it to come on whatever streaming service, or go get it on DVD. So have you seen The Peanut Butter Falcon? Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Also, don't forget to share this video, like it, and subscribe. Earlier I said I had a special announcement. I am releasing my first official short film, whatever you want to call it, next Friday, September 13th. I am very excited to share this. I said very early on that I wanted to do shorts, so this is the beginning of that. Definitely look out for that. But until then, see you in the next one.